The two largest police unions in the United States are now officially moving to disarm the United States population and restrict your right to defend yourself. I'm going to speak very clearly, as this is most likely one of the most impactful and important videos I ever release here on the Trench Grenade channel. I am not concerned with monetization. All that I ask that you do is hit the like button and share it with everybody you know to make them aware of this. That is all I ask that you do for this video. Hit the like button and share it everywhere you know. I'm going to get into the facts here. The Fraternal Order of Police, the largest police union in the United States that represents the rank and file officers influential in Congress and acts as the political voice for most patrol officers nationwide, the FOP has partnered with the International Association of Chiefs of Police, the IACP. This organization represents police chiefs, sheriffs, upper-level law enforcement, and executive-level policy. These two organizations, the largest two police unions here in the United States, are moving to restrict your right for permitless carry and concealed carry. They do not want you carrying across state lines. They don't want permitless carriers traveling armed. And they definitely don't want you having legal protections that limit their authority. I will be posting up their exact memorandum and their request for Congress to reject H.R. 38. What does H.R. 38 do? Again, guys, hit the like button, share this video with everybody you know. Everyone needs to be made aware of this, especially if they're an American gun owner and somebody that is trying to take care of their family and their community. What is H.R. 38? H.R. 38 is a constitutional concealed carry reciprocity act. This lets you carry in all 50 states if you're legal in your home state. This includes permitless carriers and is a huge shift, removes police authority to detain you solely for having a gun. This opens officers up to lawsuits if they violate your carry rights. A quote from a summary of the H.R. 38 overview. A person who is permitted to carry concealed in their home state may carry concealed in any other state. This is the most important piece of legislation that we have seen in a long time. And the largest two police unions in the United States 20 hours ago just determined that they want to restrict your ability to actually have this right. They want you to have to jump through hoops and ladders to be able to prove that you're able to conceal carry due to liability. We're going to get into the literal facts, and everything I say here is what you're seeing on screen. These are the facts of the situation. I cannot stress how important of a call to action this is, guys. You need to like the video. You need to share it with everyone that owns a firearm for carry. Seriously, this is huge. Police unions are coming out swinging. What you're going to see here is screenshots on your screen of the official memorandum. Officers cannot verify who is legally carrying. This says officers would be expected to interpret and apply laws from all 50 states in real time. That means they're going to have to actually do their job. Okay, that's what they're saying. Their own union is saying officers are going to have to understand the law from 50 states in real time, okay, without reliable means to verify an individual's eligibility for the Fraternal Order of Police, okay? From their official statement, they're saying that our officers, they can't be expected to know all this, okay? What does this translate to you into your own words? They don't want a citizen from another state carrying in their state without a local permit they can check, okay? So if your brother, if your cousin, if your father, if somebody you know is a law enforcement officer, yeah, is it difficult to be a cop in 2025 going into 2026? It is one of the hardest jobs in the world. However, we should not be restricting someone's right because it's going to make it more difficult for an officer to look up your driver's license and not be able to know that you're carrying. You assume everyone is carrying and you treat everyone respectfully and stay vigilant. You don't just say, hey, our officers, they can't verify it. They can't know the law in all 50 states, and then just put this, hey, we're going to the Fraternal Order of Police and the International Association of Chiefs of Police, we can't just say now we're just going to cancel this. Cancel the Americans' right to carry. Let's move on. The bill prohibits officers from arresting or detaining someone just because they're armed. So let me get this straight. You want to arrest somebody or detain them just because they're armed. I understand. Criminals, right? People that are already in the act of a crime or they're in possession of, they're distributing a substance, like an illegal substance. Okay, I understand. But you cannot just use this to add on weapons charges because you're going to use that in laissez-faire for every American citizen, and now everyone will be a criminal. This is painting everyone as a criminal. And they are literally saying the bill, H.R. 38, prohibits officers from arresting or detaining someone just because they're armed. Yes, okay? Everyone, the Second Amendment, the right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, right? Are we really still talking about this? Everyone that you know should be able to know the 4 rules of gun safety, be able to perform a basic, bill drill, reload, bill drill in front of you, show that they're proficient, or do 2 to the chest, 1 to the head, 2 to the chest, 1 to the head, reload, and repeat, and be able to perform, the 4 rules of weapon safety. And guess what? Put that thing in a holster. Remember the 4 rules of weapon safety. Always be safe. And guess what? Protect your family, protect everyone around you. That's it. Let's move on. So what they're saying is they lose the power to stop and check if you're legal. They want to be able to stop you and arrest you to have a weapon, period. Okay? And the Fraternal Order of Police is literally saying, we don't like HR 38. We don't want everyone having guns. That's a problem. That's a red flag. You should be legitimately, by the time you're at this point of this video, you should be like, okay, this is a serious problem. I cannot believe that of all channels, the Trench Grenade channel is having to cover this, but here it is. Let's move on. Officers lose qualified immunity. Any person deprived of any right may sue a law enforcement officer who would not be afforded qualified immunity, says the Fraternal Order of Police. This is the translation for you. If they violate your carry rights, you can sue them personally, and they hate that. Okay, let's think about this. Why in the world would we punish the American population for carrying a weapon? If you went out to dinner in a crime-ridden area and you were the only one carrying, how safe would you feel? In the same instance, if you went out to dinner with your family and every military-aged male in that restaurant and their spouse was trained to a high level and carrying a handgun, everyone has their Glock 19 Gen 5 with their 507 Comp or RMR HD, everyone's got federal HSCs and they're ready to rock and roll. How much safer of a community will it be? If they violate your carry rights, you can sue them, and they hate that. Officers could be held civilly liable, even during an investigation, okay, is another point they bring up. Listen, the union is there to protect officers. Apparently, gun tubers are here to protect the Second Amendment right. What is going on? The fact that a gun tuber is having to sit here and tell you, hey, wake up, dude. Stuff's coming down. They're going for your carry rights. Wake up, share it, like it, do all the stupid YouTube stuff. I'm not trying to fearmonger, but hello, wake up, okay? Officers may be held civilly liable even during an investigation. It would expose the officer to civil liability if, for example, they were to secure the firearm while they're conducting an investigation. The translation for you in plain English. They're afraid that normal police procedures might now get them sued. Okay, what were we doing wrong? To what extent did we go that now regular police procedures can get them sued? And that's why you have a union, and that's why you have lawyers. Okay, what does this mean for you? Okay, I'm going to keep this extremely short. I need you to call your congressman. I need you to hit the like button. I've said it freaking 5 times now for a reason. I need you to let everyone you know about this. HR 38 being blocked by the Fraternal Order of Police and IACP. It's trying to be blocked. Why is this important? Police unions want to maximize control over armed citizens. National reciprocity reduces police discretion. Permitless carriers create verification problems. This is their literal words. I'm going to say that again very slowly. Permitless carriers create verification problems. They're openly stating they don't want people traveling with guns unless the state can check a permit. Their biggest fear is liability, not citizen safety. Okay? This isn't about safety. This isn't about training standards. This is about police organizations not wanting everyday Americans to carry in places where the state can't control you. Police unions aren't anti-crime, they're anti-liability. When police unions tell Congress they don't want national concealed carry, they're not protecting the public, they're protecting their authority. Responsible armed citizens aren't the problem. Losing control of you is. Keep this in mind. Do the stupid YouTube stuff. Let everyone you know, tell your brother, tell your cousin, tell your father, tell your significant other about this. The Fraternal Order of Police, the largest police union in the United States that represents every patrol officer you run into, most likely, is trying to restrict your Second Amendment rights of reciprocity and concealed carry for their own liability legal reasons. And they're in bed with the International Association of Chiefs of Police. Your sheriff, your sheriff's deputies, these people need to be talking all the way up the chain. We don't like it. HR 38 should be legalized, and every state in the union, everyone in the union should have a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 compact, or a Glock 19, Glock 17, or a SIG P320, and everyone in the union that is mentally capable of carrying a weapon, that is sane, that understands safety, that can perform basic, standardized, safe engagements should have a gun on them. Where legal, period. That's it. And if we add laws and we restrict people, we will have more issues than we have the time of day to deal with. So again, seriously, if you got this far, let everyone you know about what's going on with this situation, okay? I don't like doing this whole oh, check out this horrible thing for the Second Amendment type video, but this is 100% necessary. Thanks for being here. Do all the stuff. Combat Llama, I guess the head Combat Llama, signing out. Cheers.